That's where you found us, sitting inside the machine, holding each other, waiting in vain for something to happen to fix the mess I'd created. My inhabitants, all of you who'd once been my followers, you took us out, not violently, but you were angry, and you had every right to be. I'd promised you everything and provided nothing. In fact, I'd only provided answers for myself in the form of my relationship with our primary, which benefited no one else. And once we were out of the machine, you vowed to destroy it. Your reasoning was clear. If this woman was our primary, she was unable to definitively prove it. If she wasn't the primary, and the real primary was still out there, they too would really be unable to properly prove this claim. Without ever being able to know with total certainty who the primary was, the entire endeavour had become a pointless exercise in seeking answers where they'd never be found. The machine, its very existence, was a symbol to this inevitable pointless cycle, and so to remove the machine would be to remove the temptation to ever seek this impossible solution to all our problems. And I agreed with this. I didn't try to stop you or defend the machine. You had no intention of hurting us, so there was no need to protect myself or my beloved primary. I wasn't surprised when you failed at your task. The machine had come to us from outside the realm of our understanding, so whatever it was built with was impossible to even slightly dent or scratch, impervious to any human attempt to dismantle or destroy. And as I watched you struggle without any sign of success, I considered more and more your perspective. It was one that I shared, but to what extent I hadn't properly considered until that moment. The machine, from everything I'd seen, had only ever brought mass melancholy to the human race, at best mild depression, at worst all-out nihilism. By its nature, only one individual would ever truly experience the joys it had to offer, while the billions of the rest of us have to just live with the knowledge that we'd sent a different version of ourselves to the past to be happy, while we remained here, proving our cosmic insignificance and how hopeless everything had become. We'd lost what it meant to be human, for better or worse. That sense of individuality, that we're all uniquely important on a grand scale, even if it's only ourselves that believe so, which is in the very nature of who we are, only ever able to experience life and the world from our own perspectives. With all of this on my mind, and as all of you tried in vain to damage the machine, I held my love, my dear primary, one last time, and then I stepped forward past the barrage and entered the machine once more. I can't say if it was my burning desire to fix all this that I felt personally responsible, or that someone simply needed to do it and I happened to sacrifice myself, but for only the second time since its arrival, the machine worked. Just not how I expected it to. Like my dream with the primary, where our minds melded together, the experience happened instantaneously, lasted for eons or microseconds. It was impossible to know. A great vibrating warmth flowed over and through me, stripped my physical self away, to leave only a baseline awareness incapable of direct thought or expression. A pure existence. This state lasted some indeterminable amount of time before, as if nothing had ever happened, like waking from a dream, I opened my eyes. And it was gone. I was no longer in the machine, but in my own home, the same home I currently lived in. I had successfully used the machine to time travel. Me, the version that actually got to travel, not the one who stayed and experienced nothing. But it didn't take long for me to realize that something was different.